Dr. Nina here, Path to Alignment. Ever wonder how you develop limiting beliefs in the first place? Like how do they get rooted into your mind? Well, let's get into it. So, somewhere along the way, maybe a parent or a teacher or friends kind of just give you the message that you're not good enough with what you're doing, right? Say you're like, I'm going to try this or that, or I was thinking about this. It's subtle, but they basically crush on your dreams or your abilities, right? By telling you or questioning you, are you sure you want to do that? And at first, when people are doing this, you push it away. You're like, I'm going to do me. I'm going to give it a try. You'll internalize that. This is part of where it comes from. Then over time, maybe an event happens and maybe you fall short, right? You don't do as good as you thought you would, or you fail altogether. You're like, dang, that kind of seeps into that message, right? Of not good enough. So, but you keep going. But all the while, people have a tendency to be very opinionated on your capabilities and what they think you should or shouldn't do. People are very judgy people. And over time, somewhere along the way, you start questioning if they're right. You start questioning if what they're saying is true. Somewhere along the way, you even maybe start telling yourself, like, I knew I couldn't do A, B, and C. Initially, what you used to push away and reject, now you're kind of like, it's seeping in. That seed got sown, it's getting watered. Instead of that being kind of like just a thought that passed by, now that has become a belief that you have now accepted as true, that you've taken on. And then once it's belief, the actions follow of, well, what's the point in even trying? And you can find this in all kinds of things. You find it in relationships of, what's the point in trying to find a good guy or gal because no one ever treats me right? Or career-wise, it's like, well, I didn't pass A, B, or C. Everybody keeps saying that I'm not capable. Now I don't think I'm capable. So what's the point of even trying to go to school or trying to get that certification or trying to start that business or trying to get that job, right? Because the belief now has turned into actions or inaction, to be more accurate. So they may be beliefs, but those beliefs dictate limiting decisions that end up dictating your actions and really kind of dictate your life on what you're doing and what you're not doing, the results you have and the results you don't have. And so this is one of the reasons it's so important to check those limiting beliefs at the door. I'm gonna give you some examples of people that did not do this. You got Michael Jordan, who was actually cut from his high school team, as most people probably know, but then went on to be one of the greatest basketball players of all time. He knew what he was capable of doing. He kept practicing his craft and improving and knowing his own value, which made lifetime change, right? Bill Gates bombed his first business that he launched, right? And later went on to have Microsoft. That's for my entrepreneurs there, that sometimes there's setbacks, but you got to keep going. And even Oprah Winfrey, right? We all know, like, she's one of the greatest, like, she's a mogul. She has her own empire, but she was fired from her first talk show. These are good examples of not letting other people, not letting situations define you. The situation is the situation. That is not a correlation of who you are and the essence of you. Really tap into who you are, who you're meant to be, and all that's great about you, and know it to your core and not let that be shaken by anyone or any situation. Just because we have talents doesn't mean we're not gonna have challenges. If this is resonating with you, download my Roadmap to Entrepreneur Success. It's a free case study to give you a little bit more information. That's for the high achievers, the entrepreneurs out there. Take a look at that in my bio link. Talk to you later.